BRAINY presents Why It Feels Like You're Surrounded by Idiots. You know the feeling, stuck in a conversation with someone who seems completely oblivious, yet argues passionately for something nonsensical, or blatantly ignores facts and logic. You might wonder to yourself, why does it feel like I'm surrounded by idiots? While it is easy to dismiss others as simply stupid or uninformed, the real reasons behind this frustrating phenomenon are more complex. This video explores some of the key psychological and societal factors that make it seem like idiots abound. By understanding the forces that shape interaction and collective knowledge, we can hopefully build more patience and empathy. We may even discover some idiotic tendencies within ourselves. While the apparent idiocy around us may never disappear entirely, gaining insight into its roots can help us better navigate a world that often appears devoid of common sense. The Dunning-Kruger effect. The Dunning-Kruger effect is a cognitive bias where people with limited knowledge or competence tend to overestimate their abilities. Consequently, they make overconfident assertions and poor decisions, oblivious to their own limitations. For example, an individual with minimal administrative knowledge can make sweeping claims about how to solve complex policy issues. Their confidence far outpaces their actual understanding, but from their perspective, they feel like they have brilliant solutions. It's not that they're actively trying to deceive others. They're genuinely oblivious to gaps in their knowledge. The very incompetence that causes poor decisions also inhibits the metacognitive skills to realize one's mistakes. In that sense, the loud confidence of an uninformed opinion can feel grating. When we witness a lack of self-awareness paired with unwarranted certainty, it invokes perceptions of stupidity. Those who are the most competent take the opposite approach. They critique their own limitations and weigh complex topics with a thoughtful approach. High performers tend to underestimate their abilities, while low performers overestimate. This creates perceptions at odds with reality. Assumptions about intelligence. When one holds a simplistic perspective that equates intelligence to a specific set of skills or abilities, they may overlook the diverse ways in which people express and excel in their intelligence. For instance, someone might excel in logical reasoning and mathematical abilities, but can struggle with emotional intelligence or creativity. Another person may demonstrate exceptional artistic or musical talents, but find scientific concepts challenging. These variations highlight that intelligence is not a singular trait, but a complex interplay of different cognitive abilities. Appreciating these differences allows for a deeper understanding of intelligence, recognizing that people use their minds differently to succeed in various domains. Negativity bias. Negativity bias is a psychological phenomenon where people pay more attention to and place more weight on negative experiences and information. We tend to notice, dwell on, and recall unpleasant interactions or events more than positive ones. And that's because negative events have a greater impact on our psyche. Small frustrations or criticisms can ruin our entire day, while compliments or positive interactions don't have as big of an effect. This happens when it comes to people too. We develop negative impressions of them faster. It often only takes one or two unfavorable interactions for us to form a negative opinion of someone. However, we may require more positive experiences to override those negative impressions. Plus, we give more credibility and weight to negative information overall. When presented with mixed reviews or perspectives, we tend to focus on and believe the negative ones more than the positive ones. The presence of criticism or contrary views stands out. Our brains evolved to be cautious and put more stock in threats or problems. But in today's world, this automatic tendency can make us overly harsh, critical, and pessimistic in situations where a more balanced approach would be healthier and more realistic. Being aware of negativity bias can help us consciously compensate for it. Filter bubbles. It's super easy to fall into a state of intellectual isolation where we are only exposed to viewpoints and opinions that align with our own. Social media algorithms and personalized news feeds cater content to our interests and beliefs. This can create a closed loop where we rarely encounter opposing views. Over time, encountering only information and ideas that share our worldview can foster an us versus them mentality. This makes it easy to dismiss or dehumanize the other side. For this reason, facing different opinions, especially strongly held ones, can feel threatening. This leads people to view those outside their bubble as less intelligent or uninformed, rather than accepting that there are valid perspectives other than their own. To combat this trend, it's important to proactively seek out information and engage with different viewpoints. Not only does this expand empathy and the ability to think critically, but it also reminds us that those we disagree with are human too. Lack of intellectual humility. Intellectual humility is the ability to recognize that one's beliefs and opinions may be incorrect. It involves an openness to learning, a willingness to revise one's views based on new evidence, and an understanding that smart and thoughtful people can disagree on complex issues. A lack of intellectual humility leads to dismissing different views and opinions. Without humility, people become overly attached to their own views and assume those who disagree are unintelligent or misinformed. This closes them off from growth and makes it hard to have nuanced discussions. Those who lack humility tend to see issues as black and white. They believe their perspective is absolutely right, which means anyone opposed must be absolutely wrong. This creates unnecessary division. Intellectual humility allows people to accept that the truth often lies between extremes. It enables working together to build understanding, even amidst disagreement. A little more openness and less dogmatic confidence in our own infallibility would go a long way. When surrounded by people you perceive as less intelligent, your best bet is to respond in a thoughtful, constructive manner. First and foremost, avoid dismissing others as idiots without hearing them out. Approach interactions with empathy, patience, and intellectual humility. Also, make an effort to engage with people of diverse views, to challenge your own thinking. This expands your knowledge and helps avoid a narrow mindset. And last but certainly not least, question your assumptions. We all have cognitive biases. Recognize that feeling smarter than others could stem from arrogance rather than reality. If you like delving into the complexities of human psychology and behavior, you might also find the video we made about the 9 types of intelligence quite intriguing. It explores the various ways individuals excel in different domains, offering a comprehensive view of the diverse landscape of intelligence. You'll find the link in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends so we can keep making them. For more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and don't forget to click on the notification bell so that you get notified of our next post. Also, to learn more about many other interesting topics, be sure to check out our other videos as well. Thanks.